for today's, actually it's a few days project, but I'll work on it the rest of the day, tomorrow, and then after Christmas. But right on the other side of the excavator, I'm actually going to start digging the side of this hill out, and we're going to put a 40 by 30 parking pad in there for some trailers. I got to build a retaining wall, so yeah, after my one earlier this year, I'm like, no more, but maybe after this one, no more. What we're going to do is kind of try to hug this pedestal. I'm going to over dig everything a little bit. I'm going to kind of notch this out. I got to take out about 4 feet behind the machine, but then the wall is going to be just kind of an L or a 90. It'll start stair stepping and coming up this side and then run out that, but then we're just going to kind of notch this whole hillside out. It's 30 deep, 40 wide, and then I think we're going to level a spot out over here to put a shed or something. So yeah, it'll kind of be just that corner will be the tallest part of the wall, and then they'll just kind of stair step down both directions. For now, to get started, we're just going to start digging out. I think I'm going to back my truck in next to the excavator and just kind of start digging and loading that up to get rid of some of the topsoil and stuff. We should get into some pretty good clay over here. I can actually load it into my truck and back it off the end of the road and dump it up against all that junk, which is more junk that I've been dumping up there for years. So nice short little haul, but yeah, we'll get the truck up here and start making our cut. Here's the progress I made yesterday. It got dark, like, of course, and I didn't do an after, but I got a fair amount of this kind of notched out and dug out. And actually the 40-foot mark is right here. So yeah, the goal for today is to try to at least get everything just kind of roughed in and notched out, and then I'll be back probably Thursday, Friday to start trying to dig the footing for the retaining wall. But I'm hoping I can kind of get everything roughed in and graded out, so we will see. We'll let everything get warmed up. Gotta snug my tracks up again, so they're a little loose, but yeah, we'll get these two things warmed up and get rolling. And yesterday just kind of ended up being one of those days where everything fought you and nothing really went right. So I actually wasn't even supposed to start on this job till probably the very beginning of the year. The other two jobs I was going to go work on kind of fell through. So the weather's supposed to be good. So I came over here. So I got a late start on this. I had to leave in the middle of the day for like an hour and a half to take my son to an appointment and stuff. As soon as I got here to get started, my laser quit working. Went and got batteries. It wasn't just the batteries, so I had to break out the old Rugby. This is the laser that I got from the guy when I bought the 153. It's not bad. The only problem is it's kind of been ran over. His helper, well, that's why the box is in the shape that it's in. I guess it was sitting out of the truck and his helper backed over it in their loader and kind of smashed it. It still works, but it's kind of one of those, you got to get it almost level before you turn it on, because the self-leveling doesn't work as great. And it's probably just as old as the other receiver, so it's probably 10-12 years old. So yeah, by the time I got my laser and everything, I think I got like 3.5 hours worth of work done yesterday. So that's always fun. So yeah, that's probably why I didn't get a ton of filming done. It was just kind of one of those days. Just how it goes sometimes. So yeah, I may run this one for a while, but I'm probably in the market for a new laser. I had a Bosch that I bought whenever I first started, so I didn't have a ton of money to spend, but I may be looking for, I don't know, maybe a top. I don't know much about these other lasers, so maybe you guys can give me some suggestions. I think Dirt Perfect says he's got a Topcon 400 maybe. Like I said, I don't know, but yeah, that may be a purchase at the beginning of the year, is a new laser level. So we'll get this one set up and yeah, just go from there. here is this afternoon's progress. So we got quite a ways. I don't know if you can really tell in here, but it's about doubled the size of what it started out this morning. I think it was 30 or 30, ended up being like 34 feet deep. It is now almost 55. We may take it back a little bit further just so he's got a true 55 before the wall, and then 4 or 5 feet of clean rock behind the wall. But yeah, it looks like I'm digging a basement. And you can tell the retaining wall right here is gonna be about 6 feet. It'll be 6 feet both ways and just kind of stair step down. But yeah, he wanted more room for trailers and possibly a shed and stuff like that. So actually right here where the excavator's at, we're just going to carry that grade or do our cut there, and then I still have a line painted. Yeah, somewhere up here it's going to kind of 45 and run excuse me, just kind of run from here over there to that hydrant of the property line, but it'll probably daylight out to nothing somewhere around here. So yeah, that'll all be cut out, and this will all just be one giant pad right here. So the retaining wall is gone from maybe 50 feet long around two sides to 4 feet high to a little over 6 feet high, and probably 130 feet long. Yeah, the entire job is pretty much doubled, so, which isn't a bad thing. It's just a lot bigger wall for me to build now. Part of my day was spent kind of cleaning some of that up where I dump all my material at, so now I can just kind of keep pushing it up there and filling in the backside of that. So yeah, that's where we're at now. I've got to get these loaded up and get back to the shop. Got a Christmas dinner to catch, so I hope you guys had a good Christmas, and I'll see you in a few days. Thank you.